If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island. Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's kid.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us...
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
I see!
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C. I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
I don't not eat them, but I don't buy them.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Girl keeps calling me a cunt. Yeah, those are really good.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Yeah, I was gonna get them the other day, but
I see!
I didn't.
Girl D is my hero. The victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F. I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fun. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was done while you guys were playing. I just didn't feel like playing
It
at
was
the time.
one of the names on the staff. Or Sumiki,
Oh,
Koizumi,
fuck, right.
Saionji,
It was
Yoda,
corrupted or whatever, so
Sato,
I had to re-download the game and I didn't do
Kuzuryu,
that yet.
and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
I can prove it with this! In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, The sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right? I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're so back weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed. I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, We need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked, so Girl D went to get the key from the office. And when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room
Stop
from
at
the
that
inside,
Panchero's
right?
place.
So
It's
from
exactly
there,
like
Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
Yep.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old
But you
guy
can't use them
sulk.
until I'm done.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Did I tell you guys about the time when I went down to the city like a month and a half, 2 months ago? And the guy saw a bum jerking off in the fucking train station?
No.
Nah, I was freaked the fuck out. I'm like, dude, it's fucking horrendous.
After
So
she
I'll let you
killed
know
the
how
first
this is. I
victim in
got
the
a
music room.
queso. I got their hottest
What
hot
did Girl E
sauce.
do?
I got some jalapenos. So they have like a little bit of a different selection.
She just broke the window
But
in the
for
music
the most
room
part, the same. It's like pork,
and
chicken,
escaped outside.
veggies, steak. They don't have
So how did Girl
the
E get from
chorizo
outside the
sausage,
school
but,
to the front of the music room?
which I get sometimes at Chipotle. It's pretty good.
To go back to the music
but
room
I mean,
from
first of all,
outside,
it's like 3 seconds from my
you need
house,
to go through the entrance hall.
and I'm really excited about
Plus,
the game.
at the
And it has a
entrance
more
hall-
of a presentable look, I think, actually.
The other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get
It's in the
past those
fridge.
4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden
Oh
passageway.
damn! Oh girl,
Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
I'm gonna go broke. Yeah.
After she
Yeah,
killed the
fucking
first
amazing.
victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
Pancheros? Pancheros Mexican Grill. It's
She
really
just
good.
broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get
We haven't
past
done
those
Pizza
4
Saturday in a while.
and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway.
I just got this.
Crap! After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus,
Angel, I read online that where I am in Persona is like
the
the
other
best
4
place
girls
to
should
level
have
up.
been there.
At the entrance
So if
hall,
you're
the
under leveled,
girls
hang out.
heard
This
the
won't
sound
take
of the
you long at
window
all.
shattering.
Right. There's a lot of strong enemies in that
How
area.
was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
In that
probably
last
used a
palace,
hidden
dude, I
passageway.
gained levels like so fast. I should have stayed, but I mean here, I'll be able to level up even faster. So
I gotta check and make sure I turn my oven off. I'll be back.
I'm curious, like, as to how the game continues after you're done the palaces. And like whether or not it's going to be 5 more hours of gameplay of shit that I don't care about. Fucking Mishima's website. Oh, I just get annoyed when he fucking texts me and he's like, "Hey, want to hang out?" Because if I see I have an incoming text, I have to check it. It bugs me.
Good.
Crap! After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
If I ate this every day,
To go
the
back
rest
to
of my
the
life, I don't
music
think I'd
room
ever
from
get tired of it.
outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance
With a
hall,
drink, it was $11.
the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls
But I got the drink because I
heard
want
the
them
sound
to
of the
be
window
there.
shattering.
Like I want them to remain there.
How was she
Cool
able to
place.
get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway.
I would, but you never come over when I ask you.
Crap! After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the
They
school
use a lemon cilantro
to
rice.
the front of
Really
the
good.
music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
I have no idea what the fucking... I'm gonna fail this part.
Crap! After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been
Right.
there.
At the entrance
And
hall,
once
the
we like get
girls
faster in the menus and shit,
heard the sound of the window
we'll be
shattering.
cruising.
how was she able to get past
It
those
annoys me that
four?
the guy runs so slow.
You wait in
For
front of
sure.
the music room.
But it's a cool game. I think that the concept of like turn-based like that is cool.
Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's
Because it's just like playing fucking like a Final Fantasy tactics game, except you're more free to move in better areas and stuff.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how did Girl E get to the front of the music?
To go back to the mute, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance, the other four girls should have been...
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shut.
No, that's wrong! First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the four girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the four girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all
What do
the
you want to
trouble
do?
of
Do you want to
making
get back
this
into
death
Divinity when you're
march,
done with that?
so you
Or
gotta
do
stick with
need
it
to
to the
twist this out?
end.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Order pizza. Yeah, that's that fucking
Weapon
Pittsburgh
inside the
area.
music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That was the first time I got
Weapon
the
inside the
queso
music
with
room,
it.
huh?
I've never gotten it at
What about
Chipotle,
broken
but
glass?
It's fucking good, man.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
So you never
Then she
answered my
attacked her
question.
with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Are we get when you're done with that? Are we
Then the
getting into
piano.
Divinity, or should I play Persona?
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How
It's
about
up to
beating
you.
her with
I
gravel
mean,
instead?
you can probably finish that.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
Yeah, me
She
too.
beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon
Yeah.
inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Mike said
Isn't
he
the
was gonna
cause
get
of
on
death
the.
a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation...
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Yeah, I'm like 3 episodes in.
Isn't the cause of death a
Or
blow to the
4
head?
now.
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had.
Was there a weapon with blood? She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Holy shit.
A weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the
I
head?
just texted him.
Didn't you
That's where I
talk to
got
her with
on.
the fish tank?
What's good, bull?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the
Okay,
music
I'm
room.
getting in it right now.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel
In
instead?
the video. And it says when someone
it's a
asks
weapon that
for
was
your
used to beat
PSN
them to
username, and it's like
It
all these
should have
people
had
who are now
blood
like 30,
stains.
and they must have made it when they, PS fucking 3 came out. So like, some of these fucking names are awful, like Peen Eater. Great.
Damn it!
I think the only thing I would change about mine is I would have made the first 2 letters capital. But if they give us the chance to change it, it's definitely going to base cherry.
I heard that they're talking about it.
Yeah,
Like next year or two.
It's supposed to be within this year, I think. But I don't know. I mean, I'll tag you in that video too. Mine.
This is my... We will never give up!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
Tagging you guys in another video that's fucking
Investigation
awesome.
conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
It's about a game called
How about
Scavengers.
beating her with gravel instead?
Fucking,
If
it's
a
made
weapon
by
that was used to beat them to
3431
It
Studios.
should have had blood
Made Halo,
stains.
and it's being worked on by creators of Call of Duty and Battlefield as well as Battlefront.
Damn it!
And it's supposed to kind of be like
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Destiny, I guess.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Game that blends
What
PvE
about
and
broken
PvP.
glass?
Presents a really collaborative, team-oriented
Isn't the cause
game
of death a
experience.
blow to the
So
head?
definitely.
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
It better not just come out for Xbox,
That's
or I
too
will
big to be
fucking
a
kill
weapon.
everyone.
Probably.
Then the piano.
No way,
Why are you
dude.
going
Activision
even
wouldn't
bigger?
get into something like that.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
Yo, come over
It's
here.
on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. Jesus died, that's for damn
A
sure.
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a
Yeah,
blow to the
right.
head?
Then she attacked her with
How
the
many of
fish
your
tank.
prayers has he answered in your life?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a
You ready
blow
to
to the
say point? You
head?
didn't say nothing.
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
No?
Why are you going even bigger?
The
No,
investigation
he always has to
conducts
wait for an
universal
invite.
chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
What? What, 2 out
Why
of
are you
every
going even
5?
bigger?
The investigation conducts universal
So
chaos.
1 out of every 2 people is a
It's
child
on that
molester?
big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
I don't know. I know I wasn't.
Got it.
I know I was.
The killer must have used
Yeah.
gravel to attack the
I'm
victim.
not saying I'm happy about it, but
My goodness. I got it
was it
right.
fun?
And I was just throwing things out there. Just
I
as I
invited him.
thought, I'm chosen by the gods.
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something
You
that
got diddled
appeared
as
in
a
the
kid?
game, and so is the bag. And the only thing I can
Dude,
think
that's
of
awesome.
is the school
Is it a-
swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that
I
kills
just
two
got
birds
this
with
right.
one
It's-
stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes
I'm higher
sense
than that. I
for a
think
school
it's 58.
swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should
There's
have
two
had a
coming in.
clear murderous intent. I mean,
3.
she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
4.
She probably
They're all behind you, so
accident. And from
whichever
there,
way you go, I'll
she
land.
couldn't go back.
Looks like they're peeling off. But there is one to the house directly south.
That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day.
Yeah.
Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
I see! It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as
You probably would
characters
have
in
been
the
fine.
game,
I ended up
do you
we crossed
remember this
paths and I was
incident?
shooting you in the back. So, it's all good.
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
Barry tagged me in the video I posted.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
My bad.
the gamer tag one.
It's awesome, dude. I didn't even look at who posted it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. At least I was thinking that was something that you would like.
Yeah, I appreciate the thought.
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like
Oh,
totally
I have a
stolen.
tactical
Even if I don't
sub
remember, I already
and
know.
a
It's obvious that guy is the
gray
killer.
fucking silent slug.
No
if
one
you
would
want
kill a
one.
nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
I'm sure do talk a lot of shit.
Let's
Well,
fight
I'm
down
used to
there.
it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No trap. This wasn't, the basement wasn't hit. We got a health kit. We got a health kit. And here you can have this as well. Yeah. Alright, well, I have a blue one, so I don't need it. There's another chest in here. On the roof, in the ceiling. Green AR if you want it.
Crap!
Thanks, bro.
I can prove it with this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened? Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like,
Yo, I
can only
fucking
laugh.
waited for him to do that,
you
and I
nasty
fucking
toilet
rocked his
clogging
world.
bitch.
I'll stack him. Do you have him?
What are you saying, you four-eyed
I only have
troll?
one, so if you want to stack it.
Accusing me of killing Mahiru?
I don't have any healing items other than that, though. So.
You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hyoko was today?
Fucking dumb as shit.
She was
Why,
at the beach
man?
house, the scene of the crime.
You always do this.
But I didn't go to the beach house. I was squishing Mr. Ants all day.
It was worth it just for the action.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing
Just to fucking
Mahiru?
dominate. Snobby shorts.
Why do you
only
doubt
Mike is
Hyoko?
here.
Do you know where Hyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
That's the kind of start I wanted
But I
today.
didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong!
So I've been playing that shit. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hyoko.
Seriously,
I've been
told
playing
you
like
I
shit the last couple
didn't.
days, so I'm
These
glad I at
footprints
least
in the sand in
fucking
front of the beach house.
was able
Aren't
to
they yours?
kill 2 dudes there.
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Nikon's based on how ugly they are.
And that fucking timing of that shotgun round was perfect.
Huh. They're not Hyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints
Damn.
left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these
In your
footprints
neighborhood?
went inside the beach house, they used a
Come
different
on,
entrance.
Somebody in Lancaster won the Powerball in PA.
Are you talking about the door facing
Yeah.
the road?
Yeah, but at least it was somebody, like,
Are
From
you
PA.
saying
You know
when
what I mean?
that person went inside
the
the
PA
beach
lottery.
house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house.
So you finally decided to
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm
There's some
lying?
shit in there. Yeah, they probably have healing IQ. We gotta get in there, I
There's no
think.
way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that. I did go to the beach house,
There.
but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Damn it! I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet at the beach house?
Saying I met up with her? Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong.
Only
Yeah.
during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at
we
this
had
letter?
I had decent guns there. I just didn't have anything to fucking deal with. Yeah, I'm ranked 59 now after that game.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with him.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach.
Alright, let's finish
I
it.
saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Yuriko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying
I don't think I'm
attention
gonna
to the
get
beach
John Wick.
house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see
I'm
anyone
only at
during
level
that time.
59 now.
For some
I mean,
reason,
10 a week.
that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further.
Yeah, but I don't want
Anyway,
to buy another
that
season
letter in
pass.
Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up
I'd
with
rather
Mahiru
not
at
have
the
it.
beach house.
Seriously?
Buy
I
the
don't
season
know.
pass again,
I
you
didn't
know what I
even
mean?
write that letter.
Get
I'm
new
telling
skins
the
and
truth.
stuff.
I really don't know. Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my peeps.
Here!
Come on, marshmallows
Place where
covered in
Hiyoko was
sugar?
hiding.
It's pretty cool.
Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko.
Baltimore cops carried toy
That
guns
mask
to
belongs
plant on
to
people to
Sparkling
get shot.
Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
Awesome. Dude, they were just killing blacks, dude.
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means
Nah,
the legendary
that is
serial
fucked
killer
up,
Sparkling
bro.
Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you, if you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Well, now that we know there's
Sonya.
corruption
It's
in the
just the
police
difference
force
between
in
cultures.
Baltimore, they should all be
Culture
required to
shock,
wear
you
fucking
know?
badge skins.
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
The streets are already flooded with black people.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's
It
no
would be
doubt.
cheaper to just build a boat and send them back.
You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So
Yeah, but
that's
can
when
we
you
do,
dropped
like-
the gummy.
You know, can we do a
Waited
guillotine
for your
trial?
chance to
Like,
kill
what's
Mahiru.
appropriate for today? Since
And
everyone wants
afterward,
like
you fled from
lethal
the beach
injections
house.
instead of the chair. Like, what the fuck is that?
The door facing the
It was
road.
Sonya.
Who fears a lethal injection? Oh my god, that shit is
So
hot.
you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru.
And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body.
Damn it!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that...
And weren't you also hiding? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to... And afterward, you fled from the...
At the time, the door face was blocked by the body.
That game's
So you
still
were
going,
forced
Mike?
to flee from the...
And that's how you left your footprints.
This game's almost over.
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is the...
Yeah, change it to
There's
squad.
no doubt. You went to the beach house.
And weren't you also... So that's when you waited for your chance, and afterward you fled...
At the time, the door facing was blocked by... So you were forced to flee...
And that's how you left your footprints!
I shall render my verdict upon this Piyoko as the sinner!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding it? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet. We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach?
It's true, that's an important... And we can thank Mahiru!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
You can shoot it out of the sky.
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm
we're
pretty
waiting on
sure
you.
her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true!
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled the body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
It was Sonya.
She was... She was clean.
Samsuke.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me! We haven't decided that yet!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer! Mahiru didn't block the door,
Suavemente.
then Hiyoko did it. She
That's
killed
it.
Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Elvis Crespo.
Justin Bieber.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did
Despacito.
it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hiyoko
That song was
moved the
good,
body,
but it was the Spanish version.
she
was
should
better.
be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved the
Oh,
body.
man.
She
Purple
just
rocket
walked
launcher,
the
I
fact that
hate that.
Hiyoko was at the can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Did you get all that, you bastard?
I was kidding. I need the rocket kill.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach after she moved the body. She just washed it off in the shower. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Crap! So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside after she moved the body. She just washed it off in the shower.
Look at that guy eating Doritos.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach after she moved the body.
Fuck that faggot.
She
Good.
just washed it off in the shower. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Crap! So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After
Yeah,
she
it's
moved
still-
the body,
there's still a little
she just
snow
washed
here.
it off in the shower.
But the roads are fine.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be out in that mess
No.
today.
Washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I
This
did
is a
something
flow.
that perverted?
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before. Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. And it only smelled a little.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
I
Damn
have
right.
a half
I'm
question
such
for
a stickler
somebody.
for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? 'Cause if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. Because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her.
Want
Why
that?
would you believe
Here,
earlier.
Mike, don't leave.
You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry.
Nope.
Everything is fine now,
There's another
right?
fucking
Shut
chest
the
over
hell
there.
up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die! I'm sorry for being pig barf!
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so...
Yeah, I saw
Can
it.
you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
Okay, let's start moving.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say
There's a chest
no.
in here. God
Unlike
damn it.
everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Yep, time to go. Hey, Gaboo31, can you come over here and help me out? Just kidding, you're dead.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
No, don't. Oh, let's see.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
There's a chest in that house.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Unhit.
The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it. But for both
You
letters
can wear
to
my
say
trap.
the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote
Ooh,
the
mini.
letter. How many times do I
Where's
have to
this
tell
drop?
you?
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In
I got 10
fact,
bandages, so if anybody
compare
gets
both
hit,
letters. Confirmed. Just as I assumed.
I'll stack the
handwriting is the
bandages. I already
same.
have a purple
The
guy.
content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting.
I need him
And
too.
this
I have a
part,
purple
let's
rocket
keep it a
launcher.
secret. Until then,
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to
There's
help
more smalls
so
over
many
here. If anyone wants
times.
to stack them.
But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all.
Come over here. They're over
It's
here.
all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Rosa, come here.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened?
Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted
Yeah,
to. I think I was forced to get
Actually,
a
you
whiff
can
of
have
some
all
kind
mine,
of
'cause I don't
medicine
have,
or something.
medium or
Medicine?
weapon yet.
That medicine. Could it be?
Thanks.
Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up,
16,
I was
so
inside a
there's
small
3 teams
closet.
plus one guy.
And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. It was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but...
The killer probably planned to frame
Hey,
Hyoko
we gotta move,
from
we gotta
the
move.
start. And for that reason, they summoned Hyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
I got 15 bandages.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hyoko as the killer. That's horrible. I didn't do anything wrong. And I was framed by Mahiru's killer. Hyoko,
The one
please
shot
do not
kills
cry.
with the shotguns
I
have a little
believe
too
you.
much range.
Is it really okay to believe
And I
her
also
so
think that
easily?
hitting somebody in the
She
chest,
might be faking those tears, you know.
like, the range is fucked up too. Because if you're that close and you literally shoot someone in the chest with a shotgun, you're gonna kill them.
Well, they added that one shotgun with advanced range, right?
Yeah.
Make it even fucking dirtier.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair.
Well, Ace Sneezy's gonna get his shit
And
twisted
I
and
believe
tilted.
that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
He's had to pop his thing already.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep, yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other.
There's houses to the south of it. Here, I'll mark the houses.
Way. That's a
You hit those
splendid
and
power
then-
of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey. Whoa, he's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
So you destroying stuff, Rosa?
Well now.
Hey!
Alright, I got a chug jug, and I'll probably end up taking it for shield. If you guys get shield shit, and then obviously just use it.
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Yeah, you want it?
I actually gave it away.
All I've found so far are fucking green revolvers.
And my heart
everywhere.
is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that. Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to
I'm gonna
yourself.
push up to the house
And don't
past
forget to
Rosa.
save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko,
Mike, I think
now
Rosa
what?
hit that
The
house.
killer was luring Hyoko into a trap. Then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Sorry.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Yeah,
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already
there's
there?
a blue shield potion in
Now
this
that you
backyard
mention
that
it,
I'm in.
I feel like it wasn't.
Large.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do
Never gonna
something
give
that
you
troublesome
up.
as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running
And
away,
broke
but there was
you.
nobody there!
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's
Hey, I
what
got
think.
shields for everybody. I can't carry all this stuff, so I'm dropping it all right out front of the garage in the front yard. Yeah. Unless Mike took it. Dog streamer. Making some, yeah, making some dumbass sounds. Yeah.
Oops.
Come on, Ace Sneezy. Is there a chest there? Yeah. Ace, we're coming. There's another large cushion in there.
It's all
that
coming together.
You can stack. Alright, I'll hit the stadium.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
This is getting just shit dropped.
Crap! Crap! Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
I'm coming.
Crap! Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the
Yeah, he had
surfboard
a
case?
shotgun.
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like,
Yeah,
so to
cool.
speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Yeah, just changes to duo.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just
doing this
stand
class
still and
trial.
let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
Wherever, I mean, I only need
I'll listen to your
explosion
story
killers.
about men from the
You have
future
Tomato
some
Town?
other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that! I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're
Is that like
saying
a
it's
1 week
unfortunate
thing?
that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually
I found
found
it.
the body, it's
I
possible
found a
that
large
your
potion,
3
so
or
I'll
more
hold off
people
on
rule
using it.
could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
I got a heavy shotgun.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with
Right
that?
on the edge.
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We
Is it
were
you?
just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery
I hit the
hasn't
big
been
building
solved
already.
yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Your stuff. There's minis. You want these minis? One. I saw him, and then he went behind a rock, and I was holding the rock to see if he was gonna fucking peek, and then he did like he was running.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower,
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply...
They
Are you
couldn't
kidding
use the
me?
shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
2 purple shotgun shells to the chest, so he doesn't go
What
down.
about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
No, it's not your fault.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushes, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, hit him fucking twice.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Water bottles.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, then.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator, that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator. It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking about it. One bottle drink is simply not enough. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down! We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Hmm?
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
No.
She was the wet one, but I don't think it was her.
You're the only one! Heko.
Sonny had a wetsuit.
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner. If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier? You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable. Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery. I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house. First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Littering is prohibited, even if it might be evidence. Rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
Sword.
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No! Please don't be violent!
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Get haunted?
Give me another fucking S. Jesus.
I got it! Heko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Heko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it
Got
was
a
a
green AR
ninja!
for you.
Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily. Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a
And
step
I got
stool.
a slurp and a half.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
I got 2 halves. And minis. Holy shit. I'm there. Me, I'll drop all this shit for you. I got a slurp juice, a mini,
Hold
and
on
a
a
half
sec, you
potion for
bastard!
And
You're
a green
saying
AR.
she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Ooh, good shot.
Why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer,
80
then
degrees
fucking give it
behind
to
the
me!
building.
If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Oh, he's on top. Ooh, he's throwing fucking C4.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me!
Go get him.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs!
Minis. Cool.
You're pissing me off!
Just one, but
You're
I'll go back and
pissing
get
me
that other
off!
shit.
Bastard!
Oh shit!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! If she used the
Where's that
bamboo
other,
sword as a step
potion and
stool,
shit?
it would have been left
Or did
behind!
he just take it? That's it. I mean, it's cool. Split what's left. And we got a long...
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag.
Neither.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her,
We fucking trashed that dude, though.
she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane
Yeah, but how
said
did he
she's like a
exploit it from
ninja,
dead?
but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only
Weird.
Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan
I know.
befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing.
Maybe
You'd
when you
only
die,
let
it
me
just
work-
becomes proximity or something.
It would have been an even greater plan.
No! You just back off!
Is it true? You
I don't know how much time we have, but somebody's lobbing fucking Easter egg.
Hold on! You're just making assumptions.
Nah.
You
There
don't
we
have
go.
any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine.
It's all fake.
Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well.
Yeah,
if you
I
admit
have
it,
a blue
this
hunting
ends
rifle
now.
too, with one
Let's
round.
cast our votes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right?
So inside
Then,
the circle, there's the
why did you
umbrella,
kill
and then there
Mahiru?
looks like there's something else on the other
So
north
it's
side
about
of
that.
the lake.
Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
How much ammo do you have?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges.
Alright, I got 57.
There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
Yeah, it was
I'm
just scraps
telling you
left,
to
but at least
stop
I got
it.
pistol
So I
and a
must
shotgun
fight.
so that I have
I must continue
other
the
options
fight
when I
to
run out of
protect
AR ammo.
justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice in the name of sparkling, shining justice.
Maybe
I
there
have
was a
come to
firefight
deliver
here or
justice.
something.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various
Right.
hero masks, she is a
Nothing.
serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... But... Huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
It's cool.
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Right in the front door, don't go in.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my
They're here.
previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light
I
of
heard him
justice.
upstairs.
I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
Why didn't you kill Sonya?
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword.
What?
And executed justice.
Dude, did you see me? I shot him, and then he ran away, and then I shot him again, and then
She's
he
such a
did one shot.
stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
I literally shot that guy twice before he shot me once, but his one shot killed me.
This your true identity?
My true identity? I
mean,
have
I
already
have no
forgotten
idea.
who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh! I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
I think it's good for you to eat like 40 packs of
Let's
fruit
go
snacks
over
a day.
this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Get snobby? I mean, we're gonna cross it anyway. Should play like this one and then maybe another one. Go back to Divinity. There's one guy above us, guy behind you. But that's all I see so far. Oh, yeah. I got a half. I got 2 submachine guns. Another chest.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed
So they dropped it
conversation
right over
about
here,
it
and then you didn't come.
However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m.
Right side. Oh, they got to be on top of the mountain or
And
something.
the letter Hyoko received
Yeah,
told her to come
He's
to the
on top
beach
of
house
mountain.
at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m.
We can
just
still
like
hit
it
that
said,
house. You may hit it.
and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait.
They're here. They're here.
After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside
Yeah.
the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later.
Got him.
At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder.
What gun do you have? I'll give you a purple scar.
Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
Here.
The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her.
That guy got fucking trashed.
With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the
Maybe
crime
one
scene we
game.
discovered was created.
Tomato Town. That's it.
However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off.
Fucking trash that dude with the purple scar too.
But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead
No,
of the
there's something
shower,
blue in there.
the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body.
Nope. Chest.
They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator.
Needs to be quick though.
We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else.
You do?
After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet
I'm gonna do it right
Hyoko
now.
was in.
I
The
got an
killer
Easter
hid
egg
inside the
fucking
surfboard
launcher.
case that they had already emptied beforehand.
North.
After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being Hyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it?
Yeah, all you gotta do is hover over the app and then press options. Go to upload, download, save data.
I see.
Like the application for the game.
And what of it? She's like,
Press options on the controller.
I haven't done anything to
And
be
then
ashamed
upload,
of.
download, save data.
What are you
And then, like if you have saved data for a game,
Mahiru!
like upload all. And then
Wrong.
what you'll have to do
I
is you have
punished
to do that
evil
for
in the
every game
name
you
of
have
justice.
downloaded though.
Yeah, if you go under settings, you can download it. I was gonna say, if it should automatically save your shit to cloud storage.
That's no reason to condemn me. Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
If you want to download it, there is a down. Oh wait, I don't know what to download. I mean, that's what you're trying to do. Yeah. Right. There, if you go to online stores, then you can retrieve it from there. And it should say download to system storage.
There's no way. Justice can never be killed. You should...
What are you saying?
Right. The older models are like that. They're just really loud.
To protect what's most important
What?
to you, you must be prepared to
No, I'm
throw
not.
away something equally
Like
important.
it just said I got promoted to party leader.
Understand?
So
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
it never took me into a game.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
220.
Yeah. If you take, yeah, when you trade in,
Are you serious?
You need your
It's
the
not
console,
serious.
the HDMI
It's
cable, the power
justice.
cable, a controller, and the charging cable for the controller.
If
If
I
you don't have
fall,
that, they'll charge you for it.
who will combat the evils of this world?
Just any charging cable's fine. I'm pretty sure. Right.
Now, follow your hearts of justice that
Yeah, what they
reside
did for
within
me,
you
Matt,
all,
because I didn't know that,
and save
was
my
they
life
just took
to
it out as a
protect
new one.
justice.
So I didn't owe them anything, but I didn't get the new one. I'd rather have a new one.
Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices?
Mhm.
That's...
Alright.
Yeah, no, you should definitely factory reset it though. Or what you should do, Matt, is go in now and deactivate it as your primary if you're gonna do that. That way, when you get the new one, you can activate.
If you
I would do that now if you're gonna do it.
whenever you do go to do it, the easiest way I'd say to do it is just hold down the power button to turn it on for like 6 seconds. It'll beep twice, and then you can do a factory reset,
Can't hear a word you're
initialize.
saying.
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah, he finally woke up.
Yeah, it's worth it though, Matt. You'll like it. Do you have a 4K TV?
Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Yeah. Dude, don't get that one, dude. Get the God of War one. Yeah, everybody's set.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Right, nah, you gotta just do it.
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more
Yeah,
time?
let's fucking do
Please
it,
let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
It cost me like
Strange?
$210.
What do you mean?
when I
There's
did it.
no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Petco, right?
I don't know what's going on. My internet's real shitty.
You know, Sonia describes
Better now.
sparkling justice
I don't know,
like
I was
this.
like lagging.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me!
The God of War fucking pissed.
Sparkling justice!
I see!
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
So it is sparkling justice.
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that
Matt,
means
you
it
should do
wasn't
it
written in
today.
English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?!
Peko, You're not sparkling justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're sparkling justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
Yeah, and it'll be initialize. You'll get the safe mode options. It'll say a bunch of shit, and one of them's like factory reset. Will be initialized PS4.
But I wouldn't do that until you're ready to turn it in.
The time has come for this mask to come off.
And then leave right now?
Yeah. It doesn't take that long.
It doesn't. It can, but it doesn't.
However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary.
Nope.
And even if you find out now,
no,
it's too late for
juices.
you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed.
I hope he deactivated it as his primary.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
You can do that online, if need be.
Yeah, you can, but you can only do it once every 6 months, so...
That mask has fulfilled its purpose.
Right.
Just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. The tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it. I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes. From your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
Me.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. Fuyuhiko. Didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister. Because whoever beat the game first will receive the ending prize. It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth.
No,
That's why you
fine.
sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all
It's not
along.
worth shooting the giver rare position either.
I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it
Yeah,
by
there's
now.
another one over there too.
But it's too
Saw it
late.
on the other side of the mountain.
You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
That's exactly what like Mike used to do. Fucking fire off a round too early and miss. Well, tilted it is.
I'm in a bind. And what
Oh,
a
I know
bind it
fine.
is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this
Yeah,
commercial
let's get in the
break.
circle. I have 2 traps. I'll throw them both down.
Sorry.
Hey! Hey, hey! Ah!
Well... You just don't know.
Yeah, we're out of the circle.
Hey. No. I am nothing but a tool.
What?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, First and foremost, until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
Nothing.
Huh?
You fiend.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
Damn it. Damn it! Don't fuck with me!
You...
So...
But...
I can't.
Oh.
I got her back.
Oh my!
Huh?
It's your trap, right?
But...
Got anything to heal with?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, I'm coming. And another trap.
Oh.
But...
I know, I saw that.
Hey.
What the?
Nice.
Damn it!
And so...
I was gonna say, you might as well.
That is...
I'm on you. Oh my god, I fell.
Hey.
Right, you?
But...
Oh shit.
Why?
Shut the hell up!
What are you saying?
He had height advantage, you know.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's fucking shit.
Yeah.
That was a good idea too. Fucking jump over there like that.
Young master.
Even after they hurt us, they didn't turn around. It was stupid.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how many traps I have to throw down before I get a kill, but
You.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. It's super hung. It's super duper hung. Yeah. Yeah.
can you look at mine to see if I'm hung?
Yeah.
I'm in that in-between stage. Oh yeah, I'm putting my dickhead in you so I can kind of shove a softball in it. It's like a baby's arm trying to hold a softball.
Yes, indeed.
It cannot be.
That's obviously wrong.
No.
This is troubling.
Great.
Wrong.
The worst part about Snobby is having to work around the
Now
mountains,
then.
though.
Huh? Hey. What?
Hold on.
What? Jeez.
Hey,
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
There's... I see 3 people.
Master.
One is landing at the house just north of you. And the other 2 are going to the second most north house. It's awesome, man. It gives me 3 ammo drops, but no guns.
Master!
I have no guns.
Damn it!
Young master.
You... What the hell did you do?
No, I'm sorry.
You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pekko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about
They're
me.
over the wall right here, right
There
here.
is no way I
Right side.
cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect
one
my
more.
young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Check the traps.
A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot.
So that's two guys, right?
I
Me and you?
intend to fulfill
The
my
kill.
duty
I gotta kill. You gotta
as a
kill.
tool.
There was one more that landed here.
Now please, go. Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape. Sorry.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace. Echo.
Yep.
Young master!
Uh-oh. Too bad. Why you?
Hey. Jeez. Sorry. Huh?
Young master!
Yeah.
What?
Even so,
Echo.
I am terribly sorry. Goodbye. And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Doesn't matter. It just saved us a ton of time. But not
I
enough
will
to
never
really
feel
pick
despair.
this clean.
So cool!
Young master for Yuhiko.
So,
I want you to remember.
Yeah, I got a blue shotty. I got a blue scoped AR.
jeez.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Why?
No, I thought I did. It was just the branches moving.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Echo. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young master? Young master!
God damn it. I saw it that time too. Here. There it is. Here, I got minis. You call me out for being a trap master, and then you get hit with seconds later. And that was not the same one I got hit by either. Yep. Whoever fucking Planet does is laughing right now.
That is impossible!
Such a waste.
It's a shame. It's a shame they're not making any more Batman Arkham games. That was a great series.
You.
Yeah, it won't be.
Such despair.
Yeah. Right.
I'll let her ruin it.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's been out for like fucking 4 years.
It just came free the other day. You just beat it today. Oh, Arkham. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. I did beat that. Yeah. No, that came with my PlayStation.
Batman's not free right now, anyway. I hear him. I don't see him.
Listen carefully.
What?
Everyone!
You serious?
Oh, I got shot from behind, I think.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay? Do something!
Yeah, I'm
Hey!
trying.
You need to save him!
I'm trying.
Somebody behind me.
But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
Yeah.
You stupid brother.
I don't believe it! What the heck?
That's wrong. Hey.
Yeah. And then I'll probably heat up some of that macaroni and cheese from yesterday.
Hey.
Unbelievable. Fine. So, like...
My mom and my sister were sitting there, and I
Just
said,
leave the
"Mom,
rest to me.
Morgan wants to take some mac and cheese.
Dr. Kilgood,
Better not be a
you
lot."
already killed your patients.
We gotta
my
get
mom
this
takes a
patient to the
whole bunch of
Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
Perhaps.
Oh, what'd that booty do?
However,
Jump. Really?
Fall, my tears.
Or we can go to Moisty if you want to. I see one other dude. No.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore whether it's better if we let them leave this island or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means.
I don't know where
Everything
they are though.
is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Yeah. You went down this hole.
Danganronpa.
Oh, above us. Come on.